Hey, this is Rich, and today's price action is going to be pretty interesting. We are looking at Friday, triple witching Friday, 3/20, 2020, and we did get in a trade here currently against us. We filled at 238.03, definitely dropping pretty heavily on the SPY against us. We were looking at this area of support, opening here, going back to here, looking at all these different ranges on the 5-minute chart, that this was a pretty strong point of entry. It's pulling back a lot further than we anticipated. However, the markets did start on the north side with the futures being up, and we feel like this is going to be a slight pullback. And then once we get to a point of maybe 945, 950, we'll turn back around. Back up to the north side, get green again, and then we have a lot of people short in this market, a lot of options that need to roll over or turn over, depending on what you're trading at this time. So we're just going to watch the price action here and see if we can get a good fill on the north side. Maybe 42, best to where high of the day. We're not going to let it go against us too much because we are in a crazy time of our lives and we don't want to force anything. But I do believe, I could have gotten a better fill here, but I think the thing will turn around. It's definitely, when you take trades like this, you're going to expect it to go against you quite a bit. Now, my stop would have been down probably around 230, maybe 232 at this support area here. This was the trade yesterday that we really liked. The inside bar on that 5-minute candle, just barely inside, but enough to give us a good trade. So we're going to watch this. We're looking for this to support and bounce back up. If I only see it get back to the high of day, we're going to close this out. Small share, small count, just kind of share with you, real live trades that we're taking. Okay, so be right back. Okay, guys, we are back here, and our price was 238.03 down here. We saw this star doji candle flip, and we're seeing the markets turn green. Actually, the Dow Jones is up 99 right now and pumping. So we might get a good trade here, get out of here pretty soon. I have a stop up here at 42. I'm sorry, a limit sell order here at 42. My short side, when if it goes against me, is around 235. So whatever hits first is where I'm going to go at. I might get out at 41 if we get up to 41 and just take my profits. These markets are just too sketchy right now, and you got to take profits when you can. We just see a major drop off right there. The Dow just dropped 50 points in like a second. I don't know how that even happened, but still trying to count up, which is interesting. Maybe it's slow data coming in. Meanwhile, the SPY is kind of holding on unless it's late to react. We'll see. Okay, markets are kind of choppy here. I got out of this trade at 239.33 for a 30-cent gain. This was not worth it. It's just too choppy right now. I think markets are just trying to decide which direction it's going to go. And if I go on the wrong side, it'll be a bad trade. So we took our profits, which is very minimal, but I'm okay with it. Volume. We can find another trade here sometime in a few minutes. We're looking at. That's a nice setup, though. Really nice setup down here. I jumped in it too early. This doji here, I mean, that could have been a good trade. We got to watch it. We got to keep an eye on it. But I'm just watching the market and the price action. It's just up and down, flippy floppy. Not too much one-sided at all. So there's definitely some interesting things happening. Still news coming out, and we'll just kind of take it by ear. We're going to close out this video with this particular trade. I'll show you in a second what my entry and what my exit was. Okay, so again, this was a small account. I'm trading very light. The nice thing is there's no commission, so it doesn't really matter what size I take, but it just shows what the trade I am going after. We're looking at, I bought at 944. I bought 10 shares of the SPY 500 ETF at 238.03, and I sold 10 shares at 239.55. So not terrible, not great either. We could have gotten a little bit more. I think it's moving up right now. And let's go back to the chart. But now you can see what the final tally was on that. So $1.52 times 10, so it's around $15. Could be more. Could have, again, I don't want to train this for the videos, and I'd rather not be in larger trades while making a video. So it's best to take small trades, and if it goes against me, it goes against me, and if it wins, it wins. So I'm just looking for the better trades right now. I'm not so focused on taking big time trades at the moment. Okay, so let's check out the chart one more time. Okay, so currently we are seeing that nice price action move up to the north side to 248 or 240.93, actually 241. It's actually going to the place I wanted to make my sale, 242, and it's going to probably get there. I'm not too sure when. Volume looks a little bit, compared to yesterday, actually it's above, because we're going to see a lot more volume today. These are one of those things where I let emotions get in my way. I probably could have held on. I knew it's only $10 or 10 shares. It's not very much. But I trade it like I need to trade it. I'm not going to trade it. No, if I'm making 10 shares, 100 shares, 1,000 shares, 10,000 shares, it doesn't matter. I got to trade it the same way. And I just saw some wiggle room to get me pushed out, and I had to take my profits at that particular stage. Again, going back to the opening, it's almost similar to yesterday. Very similar to yesterday, different kind of candles. And going back to this original movement down, we saw the doji here, and once that closed, we could have taken the break above this doji number, which was 237.6. Had I waited, I kind of pushed it based on previous price action from previous days. And if you notice, I don't use any indicators or anything like that. I just kind of focus on some of the candles, the volume, and pretty much the price action that's moving. That's why I get wiggled out probably more times than most, because if I'm seeing price action work and not getting the pressure it needs, I avoid the trade or I get out if I'm in the trade. I don't care if I left tons of money on the table. It's all about avoiding losses, reducing your risks, things like that. So remember, be smart with your trades. Don't force anything. Try to find good setups. This is the start of this series of price action. This is actually very similar to yesterday. So if we go back to yesterday, okay, so here's the opening yesterday. We had these three candles. We had 3 candles, well, 4 candles in this case. Then we had the turnaround candle. So we're seeing a little bit when it's moving to the north side. We're seeing the pop up, then the drop, then the continuation. And this is actually just perfect trading almost if you just decide to take pullbacks. Today's one of those days where we could see a rally at some point. Finding that time is going to be questionable, but keep an eye on it and enjoy the weekend. Stay safe out there. And let me know if you have any questions or comments. Leave those below. This is Rich, Manage Your Risk, and have a good day.